Hello. There's a dog barking outside. I'm hoping you can't hear it. I'm making this video because I'm 1 year back on T. I'm 22 for context. I went on testosterone when I was 18 to 19 for a year. I was doing injections. I was doing like a full dose every other week. I had psoriasis, which is a like hormone related skin thing. And the testosterone we think was making me flare up really bad on my back. So I ended up going off of it because at that point my voice had dropped and I was just kind of like over it. And the doctor told me that if I went on birth control, my period would go away. It didn't. I was on pills, I was on injections. The injections actually, I did like a year of injections and I basically bled like nonstop. It was miserable. I don't recommend the depot shot at all. So I stopped taking that, and then I was talking to my doctor, and I went on gel. For roughly 6 months, and I liked the changes that I was getting, but it was just kind of obnoxious because when you put on the gel, you have to let it sit for like 2 hours, and you can't like take a shower for 2 hours. You can't have anybody touch you for like an hour. Like there's all these different rules and you have to do it every single day. So it gets kind of tedious. Also, I was getting acne on my shoulders, which is a common problem with people who take gel. So after 6 months of gel, I was kind of like, hey, what if I go back on injections, but we do it every week instead of every other week? And I do like half the dose that I did previously. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm at 0.25 ml every week. I do inner fat, so I just do it in my stomach. I use the smallest needles possible because I'm kind of a wuss and I don't like it when I bleed. It scares me. There's clothes on the floor. Please excuse them. It's Black Friday, so it took me a long time to get ready. I moved because I was in the living room, but my neighbor was doing some shit outside, and I didn't really want him to hear me talk about testosterone, as one does. Basically, you're gonna see leg. I really haven't had any problems with the 0.2 ml, 0.25 ml every week. I'm gonna kind of talk about, like, one, I think that my voice kind of, like, because my voice dropped and then it was kind of going back up and now it's kind of dropped again. And I think that was just kind of the way I was speaking. Like, I don't think that really had anything to do with testosterone. I think it was just kind of, like, psychosomatic or whatever. I think in terms of, like, emotional changes, I think I'm significantly more confident. I kind of ended up going off my anxiety meds. I'm just kind of chilling now. And that's not to say that I'm not, like, stressed and overwhelmed sometimes, but I'm, like, managing it. Yeah, I went off my anxiety meds. I went off my antidepressants. I basically only take testosterone and birth control at this point because I'm scared of the government. And I take non-hormonal, like the mini pill. Just thought I would throw that out there because that is an option. Because testosterone is not birth control, believe it or not. I identify as, like, non-binary, but, like, masculine leaning. But the thing for me was I kind of still wanted to be androgynous. Like, I didn't want to be 100%, like, masculine. I just wanted to be androgynous. And I do think that the fat redistribution helps a lot. I still get misgendered. Like, I got misgendered today. But I get misgendered by old people. I'm still 5'3", so my face has changed a little bit, but not a lot. It's still very round. My shoulders are bigger than my hips now, but I still kind of have a little fat on my thighs. I'm working on it. So I still do get misgendered. This is technically 2 years on testosterone in total, but I took like a year gap in between. I guess 2 year gap in between. If you're kind of like thinking about starting testosterone but you're scared that you're gonna look like too masculine, I just want to say, like, that's probably not gonna happen. Like, my hairline looks the same as it did before. The only thing is that I have to shave my face now, which is annoying. Like every other day, every day. I honestly usually, because I have this piercing, just take an eyebrow razor and do it. Hair on my face, I have to shave it. It's annoying. Hair everywhere. I'm not like crazy, like I'm not like a fucking bear. But I have some on my stomach. I usually shave that too. My skin's breaking out, obviously, but it always is. And my favorite thing about the injections is that, like, this could be a point where, like, gel might be better, because I'll finally get my face figured out, and I'll be like, well, my acne's cleared up, and then I'll do my testosterone injection, and then it'll ruin all of my progress. I still need to figure out the skincare stuff. I think I get cold less easily. I think I'm more sweaty. I definitely bruise less easy. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if this was just because I took tea previously, but when I started the gel, like a month later, my period went away. Like, it was almost immediate. I don't know if that's, like, normal. When I started injections when I was 18, it took, like, 3 months for it to go away. But when I started back up on the gel at 21, it was pretty much immediate. And I haven't seen anything since. It's pretty much gone. I also, it's a lot easier for me to gain and lose weight now. Like, my weight fluctuates more. I eat more without gaining weight. But also, like, even if I'm eating a normal amount, if I'm, like, walking a lot, the weight just kind of, like, it goes away. Not, like, crazy, but, like, I was never, like, before I was on testosterone, I was never able to lose weight without trying. On testosterone, I am able to lose weight without trying, which is really weird. I think those are the main differences I've noticed. I'm kind of at a really weird point because I am androgynous, where, like, I'm not treated like a man, but I'm not treated like a woman, which is kind of weird. I don't really know where I fit in terms of, like, friend groups and, like, work. It's kind of hard. It does suck that I'm still, like, a year on T and I still don't pass. But it's very, like, hit or miss. Like, it depends on who I'm talking to. It depends on if they've clocked me, and then how nice they are, how old they are. I feel like I have gotten to the point where I either give butch or twink. So it's just kind of like if I'm talking to a butch lesbian, she's more likely to assume that I am one. Also, who I'm with. Like, if I'm with women, I'm more likely to get called she, her. But if I'm with men, I'm more likely to get called he, him. It's weird. On the phone, people assume I had this issue at Starbucks all the time, where I would be speaking into the speaker, and people would think that I was a dude, and then they would pull up to the window, and they would be like, oh. But that was when my hair was kind of longer. I feel like if I get any longer than my ear, that's, like, immediate she, her. Yeah. If you are thinking, like, if you're an adult, and you're thinking of starting testosterone, but you're scared that you'll turn into, like, a big, scary man, I really haven't experienced that. I still give twink at best, which, you know, I'm small, I'm petite. I know this. I have a very feminine face, I'm aware, which I think is part of it. But yeah, I don't think being on testosterone is automatically, you're gonna go bald immediately. You're gonna grow a bunch of hair and not gonna be able to shave at all, because, like, I'd just be shaving that shit. It don't bother me. But yeah, if you're scared, you're not immediately gonna turn into fucking Wolverine. Unless if you want to. If you want to turn into Wolverine, you can. But if you own a razor, you can not be Wolverine. There are so many options. But I wanted to make this video because I feel like a lot of the time, transitioning timelines are very, I looked like a woman and now I look like a man. Like, we don't really see, like, the in-between, or, like, the people who identify in between. So I just kind of wanted to make this video. I hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.